So let's say we have a doorway. So imagine a retail space and you've got a large doorway at a mall or something like that, but you really want to make an impact.
Yeah.
Well, cute little thing we can do is if we start clicking on these tiles, we're removing them and adding them. So if we want to make a doorway space, we can do that. And this is where we can start doing custom shapes and things like that. So now in this environment, what we've done is we've created like this doorway opening right here. If we want, if it's double doors, we can even do something like this. And so now there's a direct view that's surrounding it. Now this is definitely going to be a situation where you want to plan, you're planning this around the direct view and vice versa. But we can go in here and pretty easily make a very custom solution like this. There's going to be some considerations that you need to make on this, but I just showed you how easy it was to go in and actually, this part is the easy part.
That's the easy part.
Yeah, designing the actual direct view is the easy part. Where it's going to get a little more difficult is that now you have to make content around this. So what are some of the caveats or things we need to keep in mind for that?
So a real big one to consider when making something like this with the doorways or something custom is the resolution.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because our image is still going to be processed at that resolution we're putting out, which is, what is that, 2560 by 1344. So it's still going to be that square image coming out.
Okay, yeah, good call. To illustrate that maybe a little more, what I'm going to do is let's pretend we have a shape like this. Let's say there's the opening here, but we're just going to do this. What we notice though is the screen resolution is actually for this entire square or rectangular area, right? There's no way to make a screen resolution that addresses this horizontal, but not this, or this vertical and not this. So when you're making your content, it's still going to be centered around this screen resolution right here. Now, you can put just black images here. It doesn't really matter because you're not going to see it. But when you're making the content and you're looking at your what's providing the content, a PC or digital content player, you need to make sure it can output this resolution, because that's what's actually going to be sent to this, even though these are not being used. But this is definitely something we can do. Like I said, it's pretty easy to do. It's really planning around everything else with it that you really need to worry about, but definitely something we can do. So